Welcome to Sacred Soul Ascension. This is your weekly reading for February 1st, 2021. My name is Kristen, and today we're going to be working with several different decks. We've got our Oracle deck created by Rebecca Campbell and Daniel Noel, and also the tarot cards by Danielle Noel. And we have the Imagine, Visualize, Create deck created by Lisa Hayes with dreamsforsociety.com. The Mayan Oracle by Ariel Spilsbury and Michael Brenner. And I wanted to start with Suzanne Amara's Sword of Unity image. This is the image of unity, sovereignty, freedom, flexibility, integrity, and accountability. This is the sword of truth, of justice, Excalibur, right? Coming to the round table with our intelligence innate within each and every single being on this planet. We are equipped with a divine intelligence that is, we're uniquely coded. None of us are coded exactly the same, yet we are united as species, as one heart, and we each have value innate that is your birthright. And all work that I facilitate is it's alignment, to get you in tune with your divine innate intelligence. Okay? And may these cards that we draw today assist us in that alignment with integrity, right? Unity, sovereignty, freedom, flexibility, and accountability. Accountability is a part of integrity, okay? And it's a very powerful piece to that alignment and to breathe and integrate, assimilate, distill, alchemize your experience to be in integrity and alignment with your sovereign truth. Yes? This is to get us out of groupthink and into personal accountability with your divine connection. If the soul must be in alignment, right, with the words that we speak. The words that you speak, is it like part of you feels that? Part of you doesn't, you know? Whatever you're distilling and assimilating, you want all of you, all of your being to be on board and in congruency, in a coherent field, which is a field of the heart, right? If you're not in the field of the heart, something's out of alignment, yes? So this sword illuminates your clarifying process. Yes? So let us clarify our process and use that sword to clean out the debris of inhibition because of fear. So the two truths that come out, or the two oracles that come out with that, is you are not for everyone, and jump in. Okay? I like these two energies coming out together because you are not for everyone. This says, embrace your weirdness, face your true north, okay? And that's that alignment piece. Face your true north. Not everybody's going to love it or even like it, right? It's overcoming, and I resonate with this message a lot because it's overcoming lifelong inhibition of the weirdness that's inside. It doesn't really have a match game externally. There's nothing really I identified outside of me that really looks like me. But somehow there's this adaptation for approval in the surroundings. And this is just saying, fly the freak flag, you know? Let yourself be a bit wild and free, you know? Let that voice be unique, right? And interpreting and being in process with your interpretation. Not each of us has the answers to anything. It's just, what are we personally processing and what are we distilling, you know, through the transparency of that process. And being okay with not being for everyone. It is vastly okay to be unique, different, and to be incorrect even, you know. It's okay. Be creative, you know. That creative process is your truth. None of us are a complete story, you know. We're in process. And jump in. That was a hard word for me to read backwards. Jump in. Andromedan energy, the mother of our galaxy. Adventure. Say yes to change. So it's like jumping into the eye of creation. You can see that big cosmic splash this being is making by just jumping into the eye of creation and allowing that vulnerability splash, you know. And yeah, I'm feeling these two energies very strong personally. So I'm feeling aligned with this collective message for sure. Feeling excited about what's to come here. Let us start drawing into the oracle and see what these details are, what is in our past position. We have two cards. We have the King of Cups and the Knight of Crystals. So this shows me that there has been a position of a big space of compassion that's been held by you. That you have been able to hold a broadened space for your environment, for your family, for a situation, perhaps in your workplace, that you've been able to kind of hold this unconditional space for the expressions of change to be non-threatening to you, because there is a certain level of emotional maturity that has been accessed, and he's very creative. And in that sense, when we stay in an expansion, love space, that's where creativity, you have access to creativity, to your consciousness, right? I mean, that's really activating your divine birthright of creativity and consciousness. That's the unique human quality. That's what sets us, differentiated from the rest of the elemental, like the mineral and plant and animal kingdom. You know, the human kingdom does have this, consciousness that we are able to, think in a particular way that allows us to, divine and reason and both emotionally and qualitatively, discern, that transcends the instinct autonomic operations. There is a part of our brain that transcends instinct, and this is just showing that there has been this level of emotional maturity where you've been able to hold a vaster, broader space and allow for the experience to be informative rather than attaching to a sense of rightness or wrongness. There's no offense or defense here. There is kind of an abundance of energy. The Knight of Crystals is coupled with that King, which shows that there's, in that experience, there is kind of like this, an action. There's like some sort of, because the Knight is action oriented, but Knight of Crystals is a very internal action. There's a lot, his eyes are closed, he's really focused on his inner world, and kind of being sure that his foundation is set up strong, right? That he's not acting and projecting his energy, his, her, whatever, the energy out without, really knowing where it's coming from within. Does that make sense? Two beings, kind of abstract. So we have then the Page of Cups in the present moment with the Ten of Wands. So the Page of Cups is asking for the access to the inner creative dream, like really connecting into that intuitive like dream that's been in your heart and soul, and to really access that point of energy within and to breathe life into it and to create something, however small, that is going to be expressive and contact, that essence of your soul essence, right? To really contact that soul essence, and then not just contact it and feel it, but to create through it. So it's like create something. Maybe it's a vision board. Maybe it's purchasing an oracle deck, and working with cards yourself. Perhaps it's free writing and starting to scribe your stream of consciousness and your ideas. Maybe pulling out some paper and sketching and drawing. It can be abstract, whatever. Kind of just bringing out your creative, innate creative genius that is your inner child. You were born as it. There's nothing that needs to be created. You don't have to do it. You just have to access it, and then create through that. And that's coupled with the Ten of Wands. And it's almost like that's going to be your therapy if you're feeling a sense of overwhelm with the external world. Like if you feel that you have so much pressure, within your realm, within your life, or it could be perceived pressure that there is this like force in the world right now that is like almost splitting you in two. This Page of Cups really kind of gives you access to that inner soul level creativity where it's like, oh no, like I've got me, and this is my true essence, right? And this is just really calling you to remember that, so that Ten of Wands doesn't get too top heavy and overwhelming. Does that make sense? And then in the future, we have a Four of Cups, which is a card of emotional healing. That there is maybe a sense of loss, but it's not drowning you. It's just acknowledging your human emotional side, that there is loss, and it's like, would we want to not feel it? Would we want to not feel loss? We don't want to numb out our emotions. To feel loss or some sense of pain from a release is a very human quality that is very important to feel. Emotions are beautiful. Emotions are divine, and emotions are human, and not just human. The animal kingdom feels it too. You know, they have a limbic system. They too grieve. But in this human sense, I mean, there's so many things to grieve. Like, if we look at it on a mass ecosystem level, you know, just being in the midst of the sixth great extinction, that there's massive ecosystem collapse, and there's massive, you know, deforestation and massive pain on the planet. So we can take it out on that big level picture. We can go into the human society picture and see how rifted and dysfunctional we have become, you know, as a collective. And then there's the interpersonal, right? I mean, there's so many layers to this, but it's saying, like, if we didn't feel, if we didn't acknowledge, you know, we're losing our humanity, right? We're becoming more robotic and you know, consuming too much technology, you know, that's like, or we're like too distant and too fearful of each other because of belief differences or whatever. It's like, no, we need that contact. We need to grapple and be emotional. This is something that I find to be very beautiful. So I definitely ask you to embrace your emotions and process them, not stifle them, because when they get stifled and suppressed, then you get fatigued, you get exhausted, because you're like binding up your energy, and it takes so much energy to maintain that suppression. Then often it becomes, you know, disease in the body. So let it wash through you. Let it wash through you. And let us get maybe one more clarifier, even though that feels like a very complete, the Seven of Cups really wanted to come out. So the Seven of Cups is just saying that there's so many options. There's so many pathways. There's a sense of confusion about the world right now. And there's a lot of cups in this reading. The King of Cups, the Page of Cups, the 4 and the 7. So there's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of watery energy, and you're really being asked to, you know, strengthen your emotional processing skills. You know, raise your emotional intelligence quotient, and don't get stuck and bound and like attached to the emotion either. Let it wash you. Let that process of the floodgates cleanse you. The tears, that's a cleansing mechanism, okay? And it's a healing mechanism. You know, that's a part of the innate intelligence and equipment of the human technology, right? And allow that cleansing to happen, right? It's like being the stream, being the river, and tumble these stones that are like, have sharp edges. Smooth out the river of your life, you know? And it's a process. It's like everything's a process. Allow yourself to feel and to be. At the bottom we have the 9 of Cups, more water. So you're 2 nines, the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Crystals, and Justice on the top. So everything's in divine timing. What is happening and what is coming up for you is exactly what needs to be for the pressure and the resistance on your path to elevate you, okay? When things get pressured, it moves up. It's like the tectonics of the plates coming together and building mountains, right? Sometimes there's big waves that come with the building of mountains, and so, you know, if you need support in this processing, the sessions have been amazing. over here recently, so please follow the link below this video to contact me if you're needing support, because for sure everybody's going through a major evolutionary leap. Like, it's getting real. It's getting real for the whole world over. So, call upon your support team. You see heaven in all you're involved in. I love that. I love the affirmation. This comes from the Dreams for Society deck. You see heaven in all that you're involved in. So even in the midst of the sorrow and the pain, you are bridging heaven into the earthly realm through your aliveness, through your intelligent processing. It's like the universe is a giant feedback system, and it's learning about itself through you. And so your innate intelligence and the way that you are, bridging the heavenly qualities into the earthly experience is your purpose, is why you are here. One of the reasons, maybe the main reason, we're all here to bridge heaven into earth, to be the bridges of that divine human, divine earthly experience through the consciousness of this form. The whole animal kingdom and plant kingdom, they're all just like waiting for us to wake up, right? To really get the one heart, the one heart rhythm that we truly are all pumping with, that cosmic heart. It's like, jump into the sea of consciousness and let yourself be refined by that process. Okay, let's see what the Mayan Oracle has for us. You see heaven and all you're involved in. Wake up with a grateful heart, and give thanks and praises every day, in every way. Let the sorrow and pain be a bridge. Let your joy be a bridge. Fall in love with life. Whoa. Okay, we have these three. The Adventurer's Quest. So it looks like you're on the threshold of a new adventure, right? And that new adventure could be opening up your emotions for the first time, or the adventure can be anything. It's an energy, it's a spirit we bring to life when we are trying to stay comfortable and avoiding conflict or avoiding change. We are stagnating and stifling the spirit of life. That spirit of the adventurer's quest is a process of self-discovery inside the content of our lives, unpacking the essence. And the thing is it's like showing up. You don't have to know the answers, just to show up and to stay open and curious about the process of discovery. That is being the adventurer. You don't even have to leave your backyard to be an adventurer, Then we have the hologram, right? What is appearing in your hall of mirrors for you to see what you need to see. And it's not meaning to take on the other's energies, but what are you creating in your hologram for you to purify and clarify your consciousness? It's all a reflection of one layer or another of your being. And then portal of transcendence. This Aquarian energy, we have a stellium of 6 planets in Aquarius. It's massive what's happening right now. Like the portal that we are in collectively The whole planet is in a portal of transcendence. And we are all evolving rapidly. And let me look and see, because I've actually never have drawn this portal of transcendence card. I want to see what the writer says. So the qualities are bliss, a stargate, ecstatic communion, secret doorway, seen and unseen, emptiness of the void, unknowable and known, revealed and revealer. I am beyond yet within, above yet below, the unknowable and the known, the seen and unseen. Journey into my formless potential, merge with my emptiness and discover your fullness. Come, child of the cosmos, you're being revealed in the forthcoming miracle. Enter the beckoning portal of the greater reality. Travel into the starry vastness in the greater constellation of self. Fulfill your yearning to merge with the one heart. Soar into the oneness of shared essence. Burst old bonds and limitations. Breathe the divine breath. Expand to include more of who you truly are. The portal of transcendence is the secret doorway you have long sought, the stargate through which new worlds are seeded. Open now to ecstatic communion and the rapture and grace of unconditional love. Awaken to the joyful celebration in this realm where there is only love. Drink deeply of your homecoming. Experience the sublime bliss and unity found in the eternal present moment, freed from separation. There is no doubt that you are love's presence. Fully merge once again with the serene vibration of home. As you return home renewed and awakened, embody the joyful frequency of heaven on earth. The new frequencies of the golden octave now dance within you in the splendor of the unified pulse. You are the conscious dreamer awakening the dream. Assist in the creation of the quantum leap that will catapult the earth into a new spiral of being. You are the knower. You are the oracle. You are the love. There is no other. So in the hologram and all these appearing things, people, places, and things outside of you, it's truly all you. You are the love. Be the love. Bring it all, unify yourself. Unify yourself into the coherence of the heart. Please schedule with me a transcendental session of awakening. One, you can do a single session. I'm still running my New Year's special of 3 sessions for 300, which is a wonderful deal and will definitely be a catalyst for you. I'll be running that until the spring equinox. Okay, so that'll run through what I consider the true new year, the start of spring here in the northern hemisphere, the start of fall in the southern hemisphere. And yes, let us do this and accelerate the process. Okay, so much love to you, and I will see you for next week's reading. Aloha.